I think I've finally found the problem with my YouTube channel. And no, it's not the algorithm. At least, I don't think it is. A few days ago, I uploaded a video asking whether my channel had been shadow banned. Because honestly, the numbers were starting to look ridiculous. 8 subscribers, 13 videos, and my newest video had just 114 impressions after more than 2 days. But then, I did something I should have done much earlier. I stopped looking at the latest video, and I looked at all of them. That's when I found something I couldn't ignore. One video got 1,787 impressions. Another got 1,062, then 313, then 221, and my latest, 114. That's not a normal-looking pattern. But here's the part that surprised me. I don't think those numbers are telling me that YouTube is deliberately suppressing my channel. I think they're telling me that YouTube doesn't consistently know who my videos are for. And if I'm right, I've been looking at the wrong problem this entire time. Let's look at the evidence. My channel is tiny. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Right now I have 8 subscribers, 13 videos, and my highest viewed video has only reached around 133 views. So if I make a video and it gets 10 views, that's not automatically suspicious. A tiny channel can make a bad video. A tiny channel can have a bad thumbnail. A tiny channel can choose the wrong topic. And honestly, I have done all 3. But impressions are different because impressions tell me whether YouTube is actually giving the video opportunities to be seen. And when I compared my videos side by side, the difference became obvious. One video received 1,787 impressions. Another received 1,062. Then I had videos at 313, 221, and now 114. So I asked myself, what changed? Was it the thumbnail? Was it the title? Was it retention? Was it the topic? Or was YouTube simply testing some videos with a different audience? My best video wasn't even my best packaged video. Here's something that really changed how I look at this. My video about blowing up a new YouTube channel received 1,062 impressions, but the CTR was only 1.98%, and its average percentage viewed was just 33.08%. So it wasn't some perfect video that YouTube had every reason to push. Yet, YouTube gave it a much larger test. Then look at another video. My latest video had a 4.39% CTR. That's more than double the CTR of that 1,062 impression video. And people who watched it stayed for an average of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But YouTube only gave it 114 impressions. So this is where things get interesting. If I only looked at CTR, I think the latest video was doing better. If I only looked at retention, I'd still have questions. But when I look at distribution, the picture changes completely. So why did one get 1,787? This is where I need to be careful. I can't look at these numbers and honestly tell you YouTube is shadow banning me. I don't have enough evidence for that. In fact, my own data proves that there isn't some permanent ceiling stopping this channel from crossing 1,000 impressions. I've already crossed it, 1,062, then 1,787. So the question isn't, why can't I get 1,000 impressions? I've already done that. The real question is, why does YouTube sometimes test my videos with thousands of impressions and other times barely test them at all? That's a much better question. And I think I found the most likely explanation. My channel doesn't have a clear enough signal yet. Think about what I'm asking YouTube to do. I have only 8 subscribers, 13 videos, and I'm still figuring out exactly who I'm making these videos for. That means YouTube has very little information to work with. When I upload something, YouTube has to figure out who is this for, who is most likely to click, who is most likely to watch, and who is most likely to want another video like this. If that answer isn't consistent, the system has a much harder job finding the right people. And that could explain why one video gets a much larger test while another barely leaves the starting line. So I'm changing one thing. I'm not going to chase another algorithm hack. I'm not going to change 5 things at once. And I'm definitely not going to sit here blaming YouTube every time a video doesn't get views. Instead, I'm going to run an experiment. Starting with my next upload, I'm going to make this channel extremely focused. Every video will be about one thing, my real attempt to grow this YouTube channel. Not generic advice pretending I already have the results, not recycled grow fast tips. My channel, my experiments, my numbers, my mistakes, and my results. If I test something, I'll show you what happened. If it works, I'll show you. If it fails, I'll show you that too. Here's what I'm measuring. And from now on, I'm paying much more attention to one number: impressions. Obviously, I'll still watch CTR, I'll still watch retention, I'll still watch subscribers, but impressions tell me whether YouTube is expanding the opportunity in the first place. So here's my baseline. The latest video, 114 impressions, 4.39% CTR, 35.28% average percentage viewed, 11 views, and 1 new subscriber. That's where we're starting. Now I'm going to see what happens when I give YouTube a much clearer signal about exactly what this channel's about. And there's one more thing. I actually want this experiment to prove me wrong. Because if I spend the next several uploads focusing on one audience, and impressions start climbing, then maybe I finally found the problem. Not a shadow ban, not a secret punishment, not YouTube attacking my channel. Just a tiny channel that hadn't given the system enough consistent information yet. But if I keep making focus videos, improve the thumbnails, improve the hooks, improve retention, and the impressions still refuse to move, then I'll have another question to investigate. And I'll show you that data too, because that's what this channel's going to be from now on. Not me pretending to have YouTube figured out. Me figuring it out in public. I'm starting this experiment with 8 subscribers, 13 videos, and 114 impressions on my latest upload. Let's see where the next one goes. And if you're building a tiny channel too, subscribe, because we're not going to guess whether this works. We're going to measure it.